This right here is a 2015 MacBook Pro. Now the problem with this laptop right here is we attempted to do a speaker replacement last week. We replaced the speakers on it. When we opened it up, we noticed that the battery was extremely swollen to a point where we couldn't close it back up. This is literally as far as we can close it. The customer was fully aware of this after we did the speaker replacement, so he decided to do a battery replacement on his MacBook. So we're gonna go ahead in today's video show you guys how we do a MacBook Pro battery replacement for 2015. So why this is really hard, why sometimes this is kind of difficult, is because the adhesive that Apple uses on their MacBooks batteries is very strong. So it does require a lot of effort for us to just pry off the battery. So let's go ahead and get started here. We already have these two missing screws just because we couldn't screw it back in last week. We have them here on the side, and we're gonna go ahead and use a P5 Torx screw and remove the remaining screws. As I am unscrewing these screws, the tension is being released. And look, it's already opening up. Nice. Normally you'd just pop off this case. In this case, it's not. It's already popped off on its own. So you just kind of peel back. All right, so as you can tell, it's extremely dirty and dusty inside. Specifically, these two fans, there's a lot of dust collected all over the MacBook. These were the speakers that we replaced last week, and you can kind of already tell they got dusty again. That's crazy. And I think they got dusty again just because it was open, the back shell. So let's go ahead and get started here. We'll have to unplug this battery first. You pull back up on this tab, and this unplugs the battery. And as you can tell, the battery is very swollen. These are deflated. That tells us that the gases in these batteries were punctured at some point in time. So we'll go ahead and get that unplugged. We're gonna lift up on this black tape and see what cable this is. So following this cable, it leads right there. We'll unscrew that. I believe that's a T5. T5. Pop that off, and we'll peel back cable. This cable seems to be responsible for the trackpad. If the customer had waited a few more months or a year, it could have probably damaged the trackpad cable. For me to start prying, I'd like to start adding alcohol all over or all underneath this battery, and this softens the adhesive that's holding the battery down. Makes it a little bit easier for me to remove. Definitely want a plastic, strong prying tool, such as something like this. And I'm gonna put on some glasses just in case. And there's gonna be a lot of back and forth, prying up and down, left and right, finding the best angles to pry off batteries. So I'm probably gonna start off with the more swollen side. These are typically easier just because there is less surface area now that's on the frame, you see? Oh wow, that's very easy actually. Normally when you're doing battery replacement on MacBooks this year, it's a lot harder, but if you can imagine, since it's swollen, it's got less surface area on the frame. Does require a lot of grit. Okay, good. I may just start on, there's some screws here that's holding down the connector. Let's get that unscrewed. I assume there's one on the left side. Yep, down there, secret spot. Of course, Apple hiding all their screws behind tape. Now it's loose, perfect. Let's go ahead and start on the right side. This one may be a little bit harder just because it's deflated. It would have been a lot easier if we had did this last week, but we didn't have the battery in stock, and plus we wanted to show the customer. Okay, so this is the adhesive right here, but again, since it was swollen, it's making it a lot easier to remove. Alright, want to be careful here just in case at the center there's any holes or gaps that leads to the trackpad. And maybe it would be a better idea to actually remove this cable just in case we don't want to damage it. Yeah, that's probably better. Yeah, this is the trackpad cable. Put that aside. And I am almost done. This always requires some sort of physical grit to remove. I joke around and I tell my wife sometimes I go to the gym just so I can be strong enough to remove these batteries. There it is. So this right here is the battery. So now that we've removed the battery from the frame, we just have to remove this excessive adhesive that we have. I like to use a X-Acto blade and carefully just start prying off adhesive. Now other repairs, I've seen other MacBooks have been repaired at other repair stores, and it seems like other technicians will just kind of throw on the battery on top of this old adhesive. That's not cool. So we like to do a very clean job and make sure we remove all the adhesive before adding the new battery. So we treat pretty much all tech here as if it's our own. So we want to make sure it's done right, you know? So if you're watching and you're planning on doing a battery replacement on your MacBook, or you're thinking you just want somebody to do it, we do accept mail-ins. So if you go on our website, we have a tab mail-in form. Just fill in the form, send us an email, and in most cases we should provide you a quote so you can ship it out and have it repaired. The majority of our repairs are done same day if we have the parts in stock. Otherwise we'll just have to order the parts. On some MacBook models, this black square that you're seeing here that covers the trackpad has holes in it. So when we're prying off the battery using a pry tool, such as this, sometimes we end up nicking a component off the trackpad just because we're not aware that this trackpad has a hole in it. It sucks, but this one, in this case, it's a lot easier. The secret to removing this adhesive is the X-Acto blade. It's funny. As many people or as many technicians that I've trained, everybody has always had a problem with using a X-Acto blade. For some reason, they keep breaking this blade. I guess the technique is on how you hold it and where you put your finger. I like to put my finger just directly at the very bottom and just put pressure and balance that pressure as it's pushing against the frame. And that way, it doesn't break. But all the technicians that I've trained, all of them tend to break these blades constantly. So one of our workers here, when I first trained him, he'd go through these blades, like for instance on this type of repair, this cleaning, he'd go through maybe 4 blades. Now he just needs 1 blade to go through it all, but people tend to break these blades for some reason. And we are almost done. Got 2 more strips and we're gonna clean it up and add the new battery. Now before we add that new battery, I do think I am gonna clean up these fans and give him a deep clean as well. Perfect. We'll get a a microfiber cloth just like this, some alcohol, and we'll just clean up the frame. There is adhesive, like for instance, right there. So that's the remaining adhesive that I'm gonna end up scraping off with the microfiber cloth. The same thing applies here, we still have a little bit left, and directly center. My fingers, they're already sore. Definitely requires a lot of grit. Okay. All right. So now that we've cleaned the frame, it is ready now for the new battery. Before I install that battery, I'm thinking to remove these fans to do a clean on them. That's the first fan. We'll put this aside. Let's start on the second fan. All right, now that we have both fans removed from their areas, let's clean up the fans. So clean up for these fans, I'll be doing it in 2 steps. The first step is just using a brush and lightly moving it around. So we'll be doing a 2-step process on these fans. The dust on it at this point is firm dust. So using an air duster will not work until you break it down. So what I'm doing here is I'm breaking down this dust. Okay, we'll put this fan aside. We'll grab the second fan and we're just gonna keep breaking down the dust. Once all the dust has been broken down, we'll use the air compressor and clean it out. Look at that, good as new. Look how clean these 2 fans are now. This is the before and this is the after. So let's put these fans aside. Let's grab the MacBook and give it a nice clean. These vents need to be cleaned out as well. Looks brand new now. Okay, so this computer has been cleaned thoroughly. That looks brand new again. Let's go ahead and install back the fans in place. We've done repairs for this customer in the past, and we've uploaded them on YouTube. And he's watched a few of them already. If you're watching this, I hope you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and close that fan connector up. Perfect. We're gonna screw in these last 3 screws for this fan, and we're gonna put in the new battery. That's done. Oh, look how clean his fans are. It's a lot cleaner. Very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and install this new battery. So this right here is the new battery. It's usually one large sticker, not multiple. Okay, so we'll just drop it in place like this. Put those 2 screws in place where they belong. We'll hold down the connector. And now we'll just push onto the battery, make sure the adhesive is making contact with the frame. And then we'll peel the plastic. We'll have to just bend these cables for the battery connector back, just like that. We'll pop it open. Let's not forget the trackpad cable, just like that. Like it, we'll have to charge the battery. Pretty sure these are already discharged, but we'll test it just to make sure. Okay, cable has been plugged in. Battery cable has been plugged in. New fans, new battery. This is the trackpad cable. Looks good. Also, the back of this is pretty dirty. We're gonna go ahead and give them a nice clean wipe on this with some alcohol. Okay, that's a lot cleaner. Let's close it up. Now it closes up real nice. I think we may have some extra padding, the rubber pads. I'll see if we do. If we do, we'll add some for the customer. If we don't, we'll just tell the customer to order some. And we are done. This repair has been completed. I'm gonna assume it's been completed successfully. All right, well, good news here. The computer turns on without a charger, so it tells us that the battery is fully functional and seems to be working as expected. Hopefully this customer will enjoy this repair. And if you guys found this video helpful and you guys liked it, make sure to click on the like button and subscribe. Let us know if this ever happened to you down below, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.